We should be all working now. Any chances? Yeah? Going live. Nice. There we go. Hello everyone. Hope we're all doing well today. It's not been well. Actually, I should really put the stream on the Discord. Oh dear, hold on. As you can tell, I am a professional. I do this every single day, sort of thing. All the time. Huh, it doesn't seem to recognize me going live. This ain't good. Am I not live? Oh, I'm private. Flippin' heck, why am I private? Why would I want to go live privately? Going live privately. Public. Done. Save. Hello everyone. Hope we're all doing well. Nope. Phone. Probably not right now. Give that F5. Hopefully it's... There we go. Let's put that in the Discords. Not right now, thank you. Warpforge. Warpforge Discords. Live stream reveals. There we go. Right, hello everyone. Hope we're all doing well. We'll probably play one game on Fan Vehicle Talk first. And then we'll go on to talking about the new Eldar cards.
The hour of blood and clashing blades.
Oh dear.
Has come.
Oh,
You are defiling
I'm
sacred
dyslexic,
ground,
you see, so
and will now
Arcady?
face his
Arcady.
judgment.
Arcady. Oh well. No, we probably want to keep the Banshee mask. Wanted to get rid of this if I could have. Yep, pretty standard stuff, really. Right, smash in the face. Oh, gosh, we're not being 5 cards. No, we just have to be turned behind a little bit. Probably you.
I will offer your blood to the Holy Emperor.
Oh dear. Ain't good. Nice play you. Oh, no, not you. Thinking you instead.
One perfect strike.
for the Emperor!
It's quite simple what we do here. Do that. Do that. Yes, and I get another save point, but that's not the end of the world. Oh, interesting. Guess he takes out this guy as well, but he could have just attacked. I think he would have better off just attacking there. How many cards we got? We got quite a few cards. Still want to be generating those stones. Probably the hemlock. Something like that. Yep, the hemlock, I reckon. Yes, we will play you then.
I bring swift demise.
The reason why is when I get 5 stones next turn, we have 6 cards in hand, so we're able to do the combo. Should be all good. Taking a slight sip there of water. Okay. Claim the stars. See what we've got. Ooh, not great. Not great one bit. Yeah, not what we really wanted to see here, to be frankly honest. Can still do something. We can use you to get some stones. Not let me overdrawing, so that should be fine, but yeah, not the best. Actually, we might go along, generate some stones into second reclaim.
My soul is consecrated to this relic.
Play you. Play you.
Surround them! Strangle them like the serpent!
Play you. Now we can second reclaim the stars. Right, that's a bit different.
One perfect strike.
Right now, the knife pledge shall be honored.
You only do 3 damage, or you do 4. And then that will be enough for you to snipe. And now I'll come back. Hello everyone. Oh, thank goodness he didn't have that to turn earlier. Otherwise all of my guys would have just died.
The blood of martyrs is the seed of the Imperium.
I think I'll play another game. Wait for some more people. Until, now we'll look at the new Eldar cards and see what I think. Right. We don't really need an Eldritch Storm here. That's quite useful. No, not really. This can somewhat mess up Titus. If we get the skulls right, we can mess up his assault
The
doctrine.
hour of blood and clashing blades has come.
Leave no Xenos standing.
That's a pain. If anything, I wanted to move this. And we need to start using cards.
Swift demise.
Make some sort of distraction. Not to get Crimson Hunter out for a while. As we get a second one. That's fine.
One strike is all I need.
No, I want to save that for Titus himself.
One perfect strike.
Or hold back.
None shall stand in our way.
Oh no. No good. Don't have enough for you yet. Maybe if I just do this. Send back you. I think that'll be right. And then we're hopefully able to use Crimson Hunter to kill it next turn. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's quite good for me. Let's do this then.
We are the raging winds.
Ready your jump packs? We strike now.
Surround them! Strangle them like the serpent! Knowledge is my blade, wisdom my bullet.
Gosh, you do use 3 stones, so we're not able to get so and so off. But I think it's just too necessary.
When my vengeance comes, it will be swift.
Yeah, that was... I needed to make that play there. Needed to get rid of that librarian. How are we doing in chat, everyone?
Defiance will
Yep.
end under Ultramar's steel.
That's the plan, at least. Hold on, I need to get my chat sorted. Hive factory into Devastator Doctrine. Yeah, makes sense. Ah, we got a second fire prison.
We are the Spear of Cain!
Let's get rid of you. Yeah. Oh, that could be alright next turn, actually. Depending if this lives or not. No guarantee on that. Imagine Assault Doctrine, yeah. That really does actually hamper this. Well, there's Reclaim the Stars. So we do kind of want to get things going, I reckon. We can 7 so-and-so. So I actually think we get rid of you, we send you back. Yeah, we'll play you straight away.
Surround them! Strangle them like the serpent!
Is it worth it to use right now? Yeah, I'd say so. We kind of need to kill Titus whilst we still can. Because if he gets a second set of armor on, suddenly our thing is like, does no damage. I mean, it'll do a bit, but it's not done too that much, so we kind of need to get in with it now. One thing we have to hope he doesn't have is Humanity Shield.
One strike is all I need.
Yep.
Haste!
Okay, let's send back Narud. What was it? Nardu? Nardu, whatever. That ain't the best. But to be honest, I think we want to use the stones now then. On 5 cards. I can't see the amount of cards I've got because of my own chat. Hold on. I need to redo that anyway. How many cards have I got? 11. That's fine. We just play you straight away. See what we get. No, we play you. Oh well, we won't get hero power, that's fine. Let's hope he doesn't get a second Assault Doctrine. Because if he does, that'll be Armor 2, and then Aerial Dominion will be absolutely not that great. It's the best way to counter Aerial Dominion. Just armoured things. Okay.
Courage and honor!
Right, we definitely need to get rid of you, so we're gonna start with this. Now we do need to do maths. can shuriken you down.
I bring swift demise.
Can I want to get you down? That'll leave with my 9 energy. Yeah, we can do this then.
We are the Spear of Cain.
GG. Oh, nice. Plus 40. That must be... I'm getting the 3k as well. That's nice. Right, I'm going to sort out this chat thing. For some reason why it wasn't working. And I can't see what you guys are saying. Ba-ba-da. Don't know why it wasn't. So I'm just going to redo it. Yeah, we've got it now. Good. Let's put you around about there. Put you there. Put you away. You can go away. Right, I've got chat up so I can see what you guys are saying. Just make 4 stones. Yep. Hello. Opinion on new warlord. I'll get to him in a moment. And I'll review the whole thing. Morning, boys. It's good afternoon here, but a morning in America. Hello. This hand excites me. Yes. It's some nice stuff. So when I get onto the new Eldar cards, what I think about them, and let's start off with New Warlord. I personally think that even though she isn't actually the most interesting warlord, if I had to be honest, she's a very strong warlord actually. There's only one playstyle with her, and that is aggro. And her ability is just very powerful. The stealth is a gimmick. Fun gimmick, but there's nothing broken with it at all. It just means the opponent can't attack you on their turn, which is nice against aggro warlords if you're going second. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. I guess they can't stun you on the first turn if you go second. They can't... You know, there's a couple of things they guess opponents' warlords can't do, right? But the stealth is a gimmick on the warlord. This, though, deal 2 damage if it dies, give stealth to random friendly infantry. I think the main thing is just 2 energy to deal 2 damage. It's kind of... It is very... It's... 2 energy just to deal 2 damage is very, very good. And then the fact that it gives something stealth as well just means that you got a lot of aggro potential. With a couple of the new stealth cards as well, it does mean that Eldar, she can become a very, very, very aggro thing, and I think she is the most aggro Eldar warlord you can play right now. I think it outdoes Jane Czar with her stunning. Stunning's more like somewhat control effect, although she turns it into damage a little bit. And she does get that damage. She can choose between. She's more like mid-range-ish, where she's able to stun the big things and then go phase sort of thing. Lycus just wants to either kill the big things, but since because Eldar quite often can't kill big things, she just wants to beat them up and then just win that way. And just put things into stealth and then use those stealth units to basically go face, because you can't use the stealth units to kill the stuff, which means that you have to kill them. So Lycus has a very good, just generic 2NG deal 2 damage to opponent's face warlord, very powerful, and then just has just really strong stuff in general. So I think nothing too creative. I don't think particularly. I don't think you're going to be using many combos where you're going to put like a really cool unit into stealth where you wouldn't expect it and stuff. Just go face with her, and I think you'll win games. And I think Eldar have the cards needed to be able to support that. So yeah, really wish there were more interactions with her stealth. Yeah, I mean, like, people have said to give any unit any troop stealth, which, you know, would introduce more unique things, but might make it actually a bit too strong, because if it was able to give anything, then you're suddenly getting certain vehicles and stuff, and then they would do high damage to face and whatnot. So yeah, well, Iliac will be a better aggro warlord. Iliac. Silverblade. You know, I'll be honest, I don't play Iliac that much. I don't really see it. And the reason why is this is 2 NG to deal 1 damage. I guess you can give other things 1 damage though. But in principle it's 2 NG to do 1 damage. Whereas this is so-and-so is 2 NG to do 2 damage. So I think she's actually... I think she has a talking point. Because it's also flexible in how she does the damage as well. It's like Iliac has to attack one thing. It can only attack that thing. A bit like Jane's are. With her ability to deal 2 damage. Where she can put 2 damage to face with Warlord. And if she needs to, she can do 2 damage to an opposing troop. And I think she'll overall be better aggro. I like her design. I'm not a stealth hater, but we need more anti-stealth tech cards in the game and anti-stun. Yes, I do agree. We need... This is the problem with this game, because anti-stealth cards aren't that good. Well, or common, really. I'm trying to think now. Stealth cards then end up... Since because stealth is so strong, stealth cards can't be that good for just generically. There's a lot of cards which had to be nerfed, and I suspect some of these stealth units will probably get nerfed. Maybe. I think you might find a legendary might get nerfed just because it's just bringing too many good stats to the table. So we kind of need... I think the game could just use better anti-stealth and probably more of it. But then the stealth units can be better, so you have that. I think might have mentioned that before, and I do think that. God, yes. Swarmlord stealth is annoying. Yes, it is very, very annoying, particularly Swarmlord right now. I mean, like, if proper anti-stealth existed, I don't think Swarmlord would be really that strong, but... he wouldn't be bad, but he wouldn't be as nearly high as win rate right now, and he wouldn't be nearly as oppressive either. But we don't have proper anti-stealth, so we're left there going... eh? So it's an interesting one, Oh, let's talk about the Farseer. I think there's 2 warlords which Farseer actually really supports. That is... Anvia Keltok and then Medjol Galen. I think she supports a good troop for both of them. And it's because of separate things. Medjol Galen because when you collect a Spirit Stone, gain shield. Of course, Medjol Galen puts in troops all the time, so hence more Spirit Stone collection, hence more benefit from that. But Anvia Keltok could you really use the choose a card from your deck and draw it ability. If one of those options is a Reclaim the Stars, this might be just a necessary card in a generic Anvia Keltok deck. Not the one I was running before because it's so stone hungry that I can't put in something like Farseer, even though I would really like to use it. But in a generic Anvia Keltok deck, I think Farseer will also see play in there as one of its free drops. Because of that, just that ability to get the right card from your deck, which is needed. And I think that will then lead to interesting decks. That'd be pretty cool. Forewarned. Right. I know people have said they don't like this card. Personally, I do. It's a bit of a hot take. Because people have said that they are not the biggest fan of this card. I think this card is... not absolutely amazing, but pretty good. I think this card, the reason why it is because it can be put on to any friendly unit, which can be your warlord, and then that allows you now to kill, for example, I'm trying to think. Dear. Kill like a 5 life unit, and that means that you're spending 3 energy to kill a 5 life unit, which is actually really quite useful. And then to spend the 1 stone as well to get shield means that you're not taking any damage back. So that's like the main use for this. It's not in an aggro deck. I wouldn't put this in aggro deck. I would be using it as a removal tool for your Warlord table to deal something. The main example from this of an equivalent is Tyranids, and they've got Apex Predator, where they have a 4 energy card, so it's even more expensive, but it gives invulnerable and +3. You get the +5 melee and so you can get to choose which one you want. Yeah, you can choose either melee or range, whatever you prefer. This gives invulnerable. Yes, you get a shield, which is technically not as good as invulnerable. Other effects which might damage you, you know, Apex Predator would get around, whereas the Eldar one isn't. And yes, it also uses a stone, but the Eldar one is 3 energy. So I think I'm not saying it's the best card in the world, but I can certainly see a couple of decks, more like something like Anvia Keltok, to be frankly honest, could just have like one of these, just as a useful, I need to take out this troop, and I don't want to take a whole bunch of damage back, sort of thing. So that's why I see it. But Farseer can also mess up hand space for Keltok if played early. Yes, can, but you can also sort that out later in the game, by just spending the cards and then using Reclaim the Stars. I know what you're talking about, but the fact that you can fetch Reclaim the Stars, like, I've played games with Anvia Keltok where I'm constantly cycling through just to try and get that Reclaim the Stars with all my stones, and then I can't do anything, and just having a Farseer just to go, right, I get my Reclaim the Stars, is a very handy card indeed. And if in doubt, it can just get your flank unit, it can get your stun piece, you know, there's other things it can get you. You can have a 1 copy of the camouflage card, because you can have Farseer specifically get the camouflage card for you to then, like, prevent lethal from Ultramarines, for example. You know, it's a very flexible card, and I think this will see play in a good Anvia Keltok deck. Forewarned is basically a mini DA secret. Yes. I know what you're talking about. That specific one which makes you invulnerable and +3/+3, yes. Help to trade, yes. Main diff with Apex, it can be used with Synapse. That is one of the biggest downsides, is that Forewarned can't be used with Synapse, and I don't disagree on that. It's why Apex Predator, I think, is better at the end of the day, because it also doesn't use a stone. It's why I'm thinking Anvia Keltok, because Anvia Keltok can get plenty of stones. And often has a little bit spare, and so hence using just one on Forewarned is a handy piece, but so you don't take any damage back, which is the main thing. But I'm not saying that it's the best thing ever since sliced bread, I suppose. Yeah, agreed. Tutoring Reclaim is still worth it, probably. I would think so, and I think you might have to get a lower curve deck, maybe, if you put in Farseer because of that card draw. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world. I think you can just get around it, basically. And that's why I think Farseer will see, I think certainly Anvia Keltok, like generic Anvia Keltok deck. I don't know if we'll see play Medieval Galen, but it might even be good enough in Medieval Galen where you get that constant Spirit Stones. So that will make a really quite a threatening unit. And then you could even go Reclaim the Stars in Medieval Galen if you're lucky. And then Farseer would then be a Medieval Galen Reclaim the Stars deck. I reckon Farseer will be mandatory. I'm not saying it will make it work, but I'm just saying that it could be possible. Death Spinner Warp Spider. Yeah, these guys are good. If I had them, for example, my James R deck, I'm right now using Guardian Defender. The fact that they have stealth makes them so much more difficult to remove. They have that free range attack as well. Yes, you're spending 1 stone to give them flank, which might be a bit annoying. But I think the Guardian Defenders will get replaced by this new Warp Spider unit because of that stealth capability. So in like a Jane's R deck, I think it will see play. I think it will see play with Lycus. Potentially as well, because it also has Wavestone, so it gives you that stone back as well. So I think Death Spinner Warp Spider will absolutely see play. I think it's very good. I play Farseer every single Eldar deck, to be honest. Getting Storm or Doom can make it. Oh yes, you can also get Wailing Doom as well. Yeah. Nah, yeah. The Farseer is going to see play. 100%. Farseer is very, very good. If you're able to get just like Eldritch Storm on the right timing, you can get like... Sorry, we're going back to Farseer again because it looks like Farseer is the MVP of the entire collection. But you can get like just Eldritch Storm at the right time, able to deal with Whiteboard, able to get Evasive Maneuver at the right time so that they can't nuke you down. If you want to nuke them down, you can get Wailing Doom at the right time. Yeah. The more you mention it now, the more and more scenarios where Farseer just having this fetch mechanic is really, really strong. And the fact that you get a body on it as well, potentially with a shield if you're lucky, it just gets better and better, doesn't it? You know, Death Spinner Warp Spider I think is going to be a very solid unit. Warp Spider Exarch, I don't really see it being useful with Lycus in particular. I see it as a Medjugorje Galen card. You know, you have some Medjugorje Galen who already has units on board. You know, one of your stones live. You play this gets buffed up. I'm not seeing it as a sort of continuously going back into stealth. If you're lucky, it could go back into stealth. Like, you play it, you attack, you had another guy which also died. Maybe like the Spinner Warp Spider which flanked died, and then you're able to put it back into stealth. Maybe we could see Warp Spider Exarch. I mean, it's certainly decent for a 2-drop. I don't know if this replaces your 2-drops is the only thing. Like, what 2-drops do we have? Like, I can see it replacing Veteran Guardian. Like, people sometimes play that. I don't think it will replace Warlock. Just because +1/+1 health to all your troops is a very unique synergistic piece. And then Ranger, I think Ranger's staying with the stealth. It's like, would you rather have Snipe? It's like, yeah, I'd rather have Snipe. So, yeah, I think it might see play here and here, but I don't think it's that great. This raid surprisingly doesn't introduce a broken cards, but I kind of dislike they introduce more aggro when the meta is full of it right now. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing about these EG games. They're gonna be more. They're so aggro orientated as it originally is. They can't really help it. And Lycus is definitely an aggro warlord. Like, as much as it's cool to put something in stealth, if I really wanted to put something in stealth, I would use the 1 NG card. So, meh. I don't think Warp Spider... sorry. Yeah. It's just one of those things. They are introducing more aggro tools, if anything. Certainly, which I would have liked, was actually a proper hard removal in this collection of cards. That would have been cooler. I think that would have been a lot cooler, actually. But yes, here we are. But yes, Warp Spider Exarch, meh. Farseer Skyrunner. There is a very crazy combination of stuff what you can do, which I think Aqua mentioned. That in theory this is how it should work. I don't know if it's with choose a card in your hand and shuffle into a deck. They haven't implemented a mechanic like this before. But in principle it should work. And the reason why, what it is you get this guy, Farseer Skyrunner, for like 5 energy. You choose a card, you spend 2 stones, you choose a card, they send it back, right? You then get Eldar, and you go Cosmic Serpent, you spend another 2 stones, and repeat the Spirit Stone abilities of all your troops. Farseer Skyrunner's down, so you end up spending 4 stones and 8 energy, but you've, in principle, you've chosen 3 cards in their hand and send them back to their deck. So not only have you somewhat seen potentially up to 9 cards in their hand, right? Maybe you've seen the same card over and over again. You don't know. I don't know. You've seen about 9 cards in their hand, and you've sent 3 of them back. So if they only have 5 cards, doing that as an 8 energy play, even if they have board, just sending back 3 cards back to their deck, so then you only have 2 cards left. If they are not a innate card draw warlord, for example, they're not like Calgar, or they're not where's GSC? They're not Pramasath Rihanna, or they're not Icon Ward, Magus, which can generate cards. For example, Ursula Creed can generate cards. Magus can generate cards. You know, if they're not one of those warlords, they're kind of going, oh snap, I only have 2 cards left in my hand, maybe 3. And because they've drawn 1, and now they got a hero power. You know, you've put them into a back foot situation, you've really put them behind. And you've taken, what you've also done, you've taken their best cards. So for example, this would be actually a really powerful combination against Titus, because he wants that Assault Doctrine. And if he has like 2 Assault Doctrines in hand, let's say he's got 5 cards. You move like Assault Doctrine, you move like a Death from Above. So now he doesn't have Assault Doctrine, he doesn't have a Death from Above, and then you end up removing like a Stern Guard Sergeant. Okay, great. Now what he's left with might be an Eradicator, and you don't have any armored units. Suddenly now he's left with absolute trash and can't do anything about what's going on, and he's only got his hero power left. In principle, it could work. And as much as it's a fun combination, I don't think it's that great. Because it's, as you're saying, David, as much as it's fun, it's, I don't think it's consistent. I think you don't very rarely get into this scenario. You have to spend 8 energy, as I think, Chuck, you were saying, 8 energy, 4 stones, though. Yeah. As much as it's fun, as much as it is a cool idea in principle, like Aqua did mention this, I don't think it's that broken. Because, like, first off, if you're playing against Calgar, it then doesn't work, because it's like, okay, I'll just draw more cards. Like, congratulations, you have a 4/5 with 5 life. I probably already have board in that scenario, right? Because you're trying to build up to that certain situation. I already have board. You've got a 4/5 with 5 life. I have 9 energy now. I just spend 2 energy to draw a card. I don't really care. And particularly when you need to do it. Like, that's an 8 energy combo. The problem is that as soon as you get like 2 turns later, you're now at 10 energy, and now they're drawing 2 cards a turn. I'm not saying it's impossible, but what I'm saying is that unless you really get some crucial cards, like you're playing against something like Titus or something like that, it's not really the best thing in the world. So unfortunately it's a very meh card and isn't really that good. For 8 even 4 stones though, Discovery isn't reactive or massive, but I can see it can get annoying. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a very annoying play, and in the right situation, I mean, like, I haven't also what I was meant to say is that I haven't seen EG implement a mechanic like this, where you go Cosmic Serpent, trigger the ability to Spirit Stone ability to your troops, and then also have a card like, oh, I don't have it unlocked, hold on. Have a card like this. I haven't seen them done it, so will it now suddenly pop up with the option for you to be able to choose opponent's cards? Or will it just do it automatically? If it does it automatically, then this is not a good card. Like, I don't think it's that great a combination anyway, but it's even worse at that point. Because I haven't seen them implement a mechanic like that. For example, this mechanic just gives it. So if you did Cosmic Serpent on these guys, they just get extra stats. It does that automatically for you, that's fine. Do you still get to choose in this scenario? If you don't get to choose, then it's even worse. And it's not great. Shuffling back, yeah. So I think it's shuffling back Norn Emissary, yeah, complete trolling, is absolutely brilliant. So like there's certain matchups where Scarcia Skyrunner can be actually really quite strong, and it might be like, for example, a Norn Emissary might be the only way for Eldar to actually deal with a Norn Emissary. Is to send it back to their deck, because it doesn't have the cost reduction anymore. And then when they redraw it again, I think they will have to continue decreasing the cost again before they can play it. Which is funny. And it's like useful against Titus, but there's also many other warlords which really don't care that their Farseer Skyrunner has sent 1 card back. But, hey ho. I don't think it's particularly great, because it's 2 stones as well, and you get a mediocre flying unit. but it's a fun idea at least, and it's cool. So, got to give them credit where credit's due. Asmodee players, after I return their secret to their deck. Yeah, probably. I mean, if they don't use their secret straight away, they can, you know, they're playing it wrong, aren't they? So, the secret's between us. Autarch. Yeah, one Warlord only wants this card, and that's Magical Galen. Giving +1/+1/+1 health to all your troops. This includes itself. It becomes a 6/7 with 7 life. That's pretty good stats, even using only one stone for that. Having a 6/7 with 7 life for 6 energy. No one's really going to complain about that. But you do want to, you know, buff a board with this. I don't think it's like, for example, Lycus wants to get a whole bunch of stealth units, presumably, and put them back into stealth, I guess. Autarch can also help with that. There's quite a few stealth things as well, so you have stealth units, they live. Apologies about my phone there. Put it on silent. They live, you then play the Autarch, they get increased stats, and then you're able to deal with the board. Yeah, it's an alright unit. It can only really work with Magical Galen. Is that really worth it for 6 energy though? Because you gotta realize, I mean, like, this is not the best of units, but it does see play. Like, it sees play in, hold on, it sees play in Keltarch, it sees play in Magical Galen. It's Warlock, giving +1 range and +1 health to all your troops, including itself. It's pretty good. But you kind of need to utilize it, and it's far better because it's a 2 energy troop, because you can very easily, for a 6 energy, put down 2 cost troops, like let's say 2 rangers, or you can put down, I don't know, you can just use your hero power at that point to put down one of these guys, and then they can all get buffs from the Warlock. Or if you use Warlock with Anvia Keltarch, that's because you're going for Reclaim the Stars, and then you can put down a whole bunch of troops supported by Warlock, because they only need 1 stone extra to do it. Yeah, it doesn't really, it's a very meh card. I don't think it's worth it for 6 energy, but it's not the end of the world. Health, good work, Yuji. Yeah, it's a very toxic mechanic. Star CS going on, it can be a problem. But I think it's overall fine, because it's actually, I think it is a bit weak. And it's not the end of the world. It's a control mechanic. And I think we all I think this game can use more control mechanics, to be frankly honest. But I think it's a bit weak. If anything, I think its stone ability could only cost 1. And I think that would be better. Yeah. I quite like it. Yeah, so that's Autarch, that's so-and-so. Lycus has a typo too. Lycus, Talent, Empiric Ambush. 2 damage to type dice, give stealth to a random... I mean, like, I'll say that I'm dyslexic, so... I can't find it. If it target dies. Yeah, it target dies, deal 2 damage, it target dies. Something like that. If it target dies. I don't know. I'm dyslexic, I can't see it. I can't even read as it is half the time. Anyway. Fate Inescapable. This costs 1 life, so you control stealth unit. All Fame is stealth, so you know, get quite more options for that. Quite a few more options for that. And give vulnerable to an enemy troop. Right, I can kind of see what they're trying to do, I think, with this card. The idea is this sort of becomes your hard removal. And let me explain, sorry. Vulnerable 2 is actually really good with Eldar. And the reason why is because of things like Shuriken. We have Shuriken, Eldar, Shuriken, Shuriken stuff, it deals additional damage. So that means we're vulnerable, because every sort of time you take vulnerable damage, it can, in theory, trigger twice with a Shuriken unit. You get some simple flank unit. Wind Rider is the main one I'm thinking of here. This is 3 damage. As a 4 energy play, in theory, you can go Fate Inescapable, giving vulnerable 2, play a Shuriken unit, Wind Rider, Shuriken 2. This has 3 damage innately. Suddenly with Fate Inescapable, you're doing now 7 damage to a target. So, in principle, it's actually like a really good, like, just emergency, right, I want this thing to die, and suddenly I can be able to chuck a Shuriken unit and it can just die. Maybe it could work quite well with Jachem Silverblade, there we go. But there's some problems with the card. The first off, it doesn't quite just straight up remove it, so it kind of clogs up your hand until you have to play it. This costs 1 less if you control a unit with stealth is a second problem. And the reason why is because you play a unit with stealth, you then don't really, you don't attack with the stealth unit straight away. You could play, it might cost 1 less that turn, but the idea is that you're not going for removal that turn. So with it costing 1 less if you control a stealth unit, it doesn't really synergize well, because by your next turn, when you would want to play it on a unit, on an opposing unit, your stealth then goes away, which means that you now don't have a stealth unit anymore. So to get the cost reduction, you have to play a new stealth unit, play this with costing 1 less, and then play a flank troop with Shuriken and attacking. So the whole synergy with stealth is like unless they made it cost 0 when you control a stealth unit, maybe. But I don't think it really works with the stealth mechanic. I think it's actually anti-synergistic, because you don't really want to be playing a stealth unit to then remove a big troop. Fate Inescapable will be interesting if it gave vulnerable to an enemy unit this turn instead of troop. That could potentially make it overpowered. Just because if it was unit, you could have a whole bunch of stealth units on the previous turn. Let's say you get Warp Spider, you get Striking Scorpion, you've already Shuriken already. Let's say you have 2 of those on turn 6, right? You're playing particularly the Jachem Silverblade. Next turn, give them all Shuriken, your Warlord, the Striking Scorpion, the Warp Spider. Now you have 3 units, all Shuriken. That's 6 instances of damage. Now you're doing, without adding up any of the damage, you're just spending 2 energy to deal 12 damage to face. That would be crazy. Now, you are having to spend 2 energy on Warlord power, but it would add up. It would be, that would add up. So I'm glad they didn't make it as an enemy unit this turn, because that would be too much suddenly for 2 energy. Also doesn't really help against enemies with high armor. That's the second problem, which Eldar usually have trouble of. Yeah, high armor, just even armor 1. Most things have Shuriken 2, Shuriken 3. Armor 1 also reduces the vulnerable. So now Shuriken gets reduced, your vulnerable gets reduced, the base damage gets reduced. Suddenly if you have a 2 attacker, which is going into like a 6 health with 1 armor, and you use Fate Inescapable, well, your 2 range attack damage gets reduced to 1, your 2 Shuriken damage gets reduced to 1, your 2 vulnerable gets reduced to 1, now it only does 3 damage. And you've increased your damage, I guess, by 1 against the target. So you get the initial attack, the Shuriken attack, and you get 2, so you end up doing 4 damage against the target. When in a normal scenario against that target, you would end up doing 8 damage. So it's against things with armor, this does massively go downhill, but it's like, it is kind of your only removal piece that you have, in a sense. It is your only piece in Eldar which is sort of pseudo removal. It's Hence it might see play just like a one-off in an Anvia Keltar deck. And talking about having one-offs, Farseer really supports that. I'm just saying, just you can have a whole bunch of one-offs now. You can have Anvia Keltar, and the Farseer can go along and get you it, right? That is what I'm thinking here. Fate Inescapable might see play in an Anvia Geltok deck. However, I think it's just it just doesn't quite, it's just missing that one little thing to make it worthwhile, isn't it? I just don't think it will replace a card, because I don't think it's quite strong enough, because it's annoying because of those armored units, just a vulnerable going down, it just doesn't work. Yeah, it's soft removal, which is fine because it's a 2 energy. I think I would have rather seen just an actual removal piece for Eldar, because that's what they were lacking. It's just an actual piece of removal. And I certainly would have preferred to see a removal, maybe something like, maybe they'd like bump this to 3 energy and make it like give vulnerable 2 to an enemy troop, because then it would work in other scenarios. And then it can be like 3 stones or 4 stones, let's say, and it could say destroy the troop. Yeah, you're spending quite a few stones there, but you're spending 3 energy to destroy a troop, just flat out. So I think that's what I would have liked to have seen instead. Something like that, just to synergize better. But I think I kind of get what they're trying to go with this. But I don't think it's quite worked. But cool though. Cool though. If we'll see play, I don't know. It's like because of the scenarios, it might be like a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10, sorry, 3 out of 5. So a situational card. But I'm not seeing it. Let's go on to the actual raid cards. Bright Lancer, Viper. When you trigger the Spirit Stone, blah blah, you get sniping +1. The main thing is though, is that it is a flying unit. It has 4 range attack and it's got 5 life and it's a 4 energy drop. So it's actually half decent, because you've got a 4/5 with 4 energy. And 4/5s for 4 energy there's nothing wrong with those units at the end of the day. Ultramarines, you do see, for example, another unit, Land Speeder. This does see play. It's a solid unit. Honor Guard, yes, I know there are things to melee attack, but it's got flying, so that gets around it, you see. And then it's got, like, you know, this is only 3 for its worse, I'm sure. Do Orc units have... well, no, Orc units don't really have a good 4-drop, do they? They got Unleash Trampler Squig. But still 4/4/5, you know, similar stats at the end of the day because the thing is flying. But yeah, Eldar didn't really have the best. Like, they had Tehonning Banshee and Narud Fireheart. But this is a 4/3 4 life. Yes, it's got flank, but it's got like less range attacks, so it's not as great. So they desperately needed it. For example, you would never play Viper because this is a 1/3 with 4 life. So if you compare it to Viper to Bright Lance Viper, well, this has 1 extra life and 1 extra range attack. So when it comes to attacking this, yes, this is Shuriken 3, but when it comes to attacking this, you end up taking less damage back. Which is, it makes this unit like a half decent unit. If you got a whole bunch of Spirit Stones abilities going on, so funny enough, an Anvia Keltar deck, it could be quite strong actually. Because Snipe is a decent ability. The stats, there's nothing terrible about it. It ends up going to 5 if you 5 range attack if you do. That means you can remove some pretty decent stuff with it. Yeah, I think David, as you just said, it's a 45 HP flying. It's a solid overall. I think you're right. It's a solid unit. If you kind of need that sort of unit, yeah, it's alright. Now, how does one pronounce that? Anaka Yith Shrine. I can't pronounce it. Whatever that is, it's shrine, right? It's the shrine to whatever this is. I haven't even heard of this Eldar god, and it's like a fat person with a weird eye and hair, and it's holding a thing. Anyway, what does it actually do? It gives your warlord a 2nd warlord power, I guess. It's give Shuriken 1 to a friendly troop, and then for 1 stone you can create a copy of it in your hand. And knock off. Wait. And knock. Yif. Anakif. Anakif. Anokif. Wait, hold on. Anok. Yif. Anokif. I'm not getting it. I'm not even try anymore. Thank you, Tyler. Kinda like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Ah, dear. Anyway. I don't think this is gonna be that good, with all due respect. The problem is, it's like... I don't think the spending one... Like, give Shuriken 1 to a friendly troop. You have to spend a stone to get it back, is the problem. You have to spend a stone. Like, what are we doing? Like, gosh, that's the burn for your stones. The only warlord which can use this is Anvia Keltok at best, right? Because innate stone generation. Who else is going to use this? Shuriken 1 to a troop? Like, what are we worried about? Like, them having a stealth unit and then suddenly going, Shuriken 1, Shuriken 1, Shuriken 1. Like, I guess that's what I'm worried about. Because on theory, you could be on 10E, you could have 1 stealth unit. The stealth unit can't get removed because they don't have proper anti-stealth in this game. Anyway, and then they could just in theory go 1 energy, give it Shuriken 1, and they can do that 10 times, and now you have a Shuriken 10 unit, and with Shuriken 10 you can just go face and kill them, right? I guess that's why there's the stone restriction. But this will just burn through your stones, and you just don't have that many stones, and you want to use, there's better things to use your stones on. There just is better things. So it's just a bad card. The worst card in the raid, Lamau. Yes, I think so. I think this is just not that great. The problem is that maybe if they put, like, give Shuriken 1 to a friendly troop to a maximum of, like, 4. Let's say 4 Shuriken, right? I think that would be far more interesting. And then it returns to your hand straight away. Or maybe, like, give Shuriken 1 to a friendly troop, return to your hand at the end of your turn. Would be far more interesting. And just no stone spent. So it's just like a 1 energy, just... Oh, I need to do this 1 extra damage to this target so I can remove it, and I happen to have 1 energy extra. And so hence it becomes a very nice, useful, just like tool, just to get that little bit of maybe extra chip damage to face, if it happens to be a scenario, or just that extra piece of removal. It can be a nice card, particularly if you have fill your hand with plenty of cards. I'm guessing, not really Anvia Keltok at that point, if that was the card what it's going to do, but it simply doesn't work because it's just not worthwhile to even consider putting this in your deck, I don't think. So you can have like 5 stones and give a troop Shuriken 6 for 6E. Curious, but not worth it. Absolutely not at that point. Save it for next turn and reclaim the stars and then just have a whole bunch of troops which kill your opponent. Like, why not? Why would I take this when I can stealth troops but kind of the same price? Yeah, you can. No, you can. You literally can with Eldar. You've got Railway Incursion, give stealth to a friendly troop. You can just do it. You give stealth my troop Baka. Oh, maybe I'm misunderstanding Baka for the same choice. Like, I think I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make this like continuous resource piece in your hand that you're like, oh, you spend 1 energy to give this Shuriken 1 so that it can like remove something, right? It's meant to be this continuous resource piece that you keep on getting in your hand and that sort of thing. And it's just that, oh, I need to get that extra piece of removal in. Spend that 1 extra energy so I can remove that big target. No worries, I can just spend 1 energy and just able to do that, right? Oh, I need that 1 piece over here. Yeah, I can just do it, right? I think that's the purpose of this card. That's what they're trying to go for. And they've simply failed at implementing it, and it's just really bad. Now, they could have made it really broken, Because if you manage to keep on getting another copy of this without spending the Spirit Stones, I can see how that can get really problematic. Because this would then be an auto-include in every single one of your decks. But I don't think it's... Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Maybe, like, give Shuriken 1 to friendly troop. If it has less 4 Shuriken or less, return it to your hand. I don't know. Something like that. There's a couple of ways to do it where they can just make this better, so it's not oppressive and overpowered, but still achieves what they want it to do. Anyway. And then finally the legendary, which we do not have access to yet. Yeah, this guy's good. Like, there's nothing really else to say. This guy's like gonna see playing every single, maybe, okay, it won't see in one of my decks, and that's because I've got an Anvia Keltor deck which focuses on heavy amounts of vehicles, because that Anvia Keltor deck is Aerial Dominion, and I've played around with a lot of this deck. I've tried to make it more consistent. This is like the old version I had. I've then ended up adding the new Bright Lance Vipers, because I think they're quite good, and so hence I've had to cut out some cards, whatever, right? That is the only deck I don't think this guy will go into, because I had to cut cards as it was already to make that deck work, but I think it's actually quite good now. It's a bit more consistent and has like better troops what I want to be playing with, right? This guy, apart from like a deck like that, this guy is gonna see play in every single other deck. When a friendly unit loses stealth, give a Shuriken 1, so this guy's like 6 attack with 5 life. Let's be fair, because anti-stealth doesn't exist in this game, so it's gonna have 6 attack. And then Flicker Jump, if in doubt, it can just give itself flying and Shuriken 1 for 0 energy. The fact that this is 0 is kind of crazy. So it can just give itself another Shuriken, so it actually becomes a 7 attack just by default, 7 attack with flying. Because it's friendly infantry, it's infantry, so it's very, very scary. That can go face, you know, it's still down 3 health afterwards. It's not the best melee attack afterwards, but it's got stealth, so that's fine, and it can just be like an absolute removal piece, just absolutely training up. This might be, I think this could get a bit of a nerf. I'm thinking just like a range damage reduction, making it a 2/4. I think it's doing slightly too much as it is, but there's good cards in this game, so this is just going to be one of them. And do Eldar have particularly many cards? I mean, like, apart from maybe Wailing Doom, maybe apart from Claim the Stars, right? Eldar don't particularly have absolutely absurd cards, but I think this is certainly at least very, very strong. And of course, if it has stealth, give it flank. Very much synergized with stealth units. It can be really just enable them to go off straight away. So yeah, this guy will pretty much see play everywhere. Now Eldar has stealth troops for 1 to 5e stealth curve. Absolutely. Let's just hold on. Let's just get Eldar up. Do we have text? Yes, we do. Yep. So you got Lycus as stealth. Ignore these two, so you can always put things more into stealth. But yeah, for stealth, stealth, stealth. So you've got 2 options straight away. You've got stealth, 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 and then stealth. That is a lot of aggro potential, because stealth is basically fast for your next turn. And if they don't have Vanguard, well, that's a lot of damage. So you got like just a lot of abilities to go, because the thing is you only have 1 legendary 4-drop with stealth, and you only have 1 legendary 5-drop with stealth. So it's not going to be consistent doing that, but you could potentially get a lot of aggro going down. Like a lot of aggro. And with Lycus's ability, or, you know, just whatever, you know, they're all going to be solid aggro rulers. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. But yeah, that's my overall thinking of Eldar. I don't think it particularly changes anything. It's not really creating any new play styles. I think Medjol Galen did get the most support out of any guy, to be honest, because you got Fast here, which is trying to do that. So-and-so is trying to do that. You know, Death Spinners goes in probably pretty much any low curve deck, right? Not entirely sure about you, but still decent. There's some decent stuff. Lycus is a new cool warlord, I think. But yeah, overall, I think I like it. There's a lot of... It's a good support collection for the Eldar, and I think they've done a half-decent job. There's nothing particularly too broken. I don't think this is massively overpowered. I might have hyped it up too much, maybe. I don't think this is going to destroy people, but it is strong, though. Like, 7 attack on the turn it comes into play, at least, is strong. So, you know, let's not underestimate this guy. But will he suddenly make Eldar now massively oppressive? I don't think so. I think they're going to be alright. It's not like, what is it, Vitus Griff. Which, well, what was Vitus Griff stats? Hold on, let's get up. Can't find the thing. Vitus Griff, where are you? It's not, it's like when this was a 6, was it 6-5 with 5 or 6 life? I think it had 6 life, yeah, it was a better... It's a better veteran Stormboy, wasn't it? So it's like +1 range attack, and then it also put this guy and gave it flank straight away. Which, by the way, I have never used this guy like as an actual card once in my life. It only gets to see play when Vitus Griff is around. And I love how they just completely gutted the stats, and it's still worth playing in an Imperial Guard deck. Like, it's a 4-3 with 4 life, it still sees play. Because it's still a good warlord, because a good troop, because if it does kill something, it then kills another thing with Tempestus Aquilin, so it ends up being just a very useful, like, not as a removal for removing 1 unit, but 2 half-decent units, it can now just do, so. It's not as powerful as that, and I think they've got, like, the line. They might have just got it right, like, in terms of power level. Like, if the power level was, like, 8, let's say 8 more is too much, they made it like a 7/7.5 this card. Because 8 is now becoming oppressive, and then that's when it will get a nerf later on, and I think it might just be at that point of being fine. I don't know. I can see Chaos Orcs and next season to counter Eldar stealth decks with their race. Orcs definitely. I think Orcs can definitely counter Eldar. With the whole stealth thing going on. I guess somewhat that can help, because it randomly hits, but the main thing is, of course, no mucking about. Very strong. Chaos. Now, kind of, I guess when it comes to the only thing I can really see is Titus, because he's got that innate blast ability, right? That's very good versus stealth. And then Devastator Doctrine. That's also very strong versus stealth. Excuse me. So the combination of those 2 cards could be very good. I wouldn't play Tyrant Thought Veteran. I think he's bad for what he does at the end of the day. He doesn't actually deal with the stealth. So he just makes them not in stealth anymore. And it's like, well, you can't really remove the stealth unit. It's still there at the end of the day. It still doesn't do its thing. But yes. So that's... Chaos somewhat got it. Like, you could play Hearken, which can do somewhat similar thing, and then Traitor's Hate, and then if you get into the real late game, Helldrake Strike. But I think Helldrake Strike might be a bit late, so meh. I mean, like, I think they'll get played because UN will get played because it's right now Ultramarines and it's really, really good. And if they end up nerfing Ultramarines to the ground, it won't get played. If they make it right, it will get somewhat played, but it's not be on the basis of a It's not because of all these stealth units. Orcs might see play because they are a good anti-stealth counter. I think that's why they'll see play. Chaos is a bit of a in-between. I don't know if they'll see play or not because of the stealth. I somewhat doubt it because of being specifically a stealth counter though. One army which I can see play though, for being exactly as anti-stealth sort of anti-Eldar counter, is Dark Angels. And that's because it is the one card in the game which actually deals with stealth units. It is a stealth remover card. It actually does the job. And it does it really bloody well. It deals 3 damage to all of them, and it also makes them lose stealth. So if they have 5 life, you can just shoot it with your Warlord as well. So I think if anything, Dark Angels might see play because of it being a stealth counter. Because of have that, they play that 4 energy, you then play this on 5 energy, you remove the stealth unit, you deal 3 damage to it, and then you can melee attack it with your Warlord, and then kill the 4 energy Eldar unit straight away. Hold on. You can kill this guy straight away in principle, right? And then you also left with just a 3/5 with 5 life with flying, which is very strong. Yes. I think, if anything, that would be then seen play, and you might even see Black Sword missiles, because it does 3 damage to flying units, and if Eldar do become too much, because Eldar have a lot of flying units, these might be actually seen as a counter to sort of the Eldar menace. But I don't think they will be. I think they'll be perfectly fine. Plus, majority of the stealth units actually don't have flying anyway. Like, you don't have flying, you don't have flying. No, it's just their vehicles. Which their vehicles are decent, because they've all got flank. But yeah, that's my opinion on the Eldar stuff. I think I've rambled about them for a while. I'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. Well, no, 5. Just need to go to the toilet. And I'll go through the Anvia Keltor deck. Right, I am back. Hello everyone. So, we'll go through a decent Eldar deck, which I've been trying. You might have seen a video, it was quite a bit back actually, where I did the Anvir Keltark Aerial Dominion deck, where I basically built a deck around this card, trying to make it work. This was the deck all the way back then. And I think with the new introduction of these cards, I think it's only got slightly more powerful now, because these replace a very crucial card inside the Eldar collection, where you had the Hornet, and basically these were your best option in terms of making that deck. But they had a fundamental problem. When you got to 5 energy, you probably already had 3 stones, and you didn't want to spend these stones. So you kind of had to keep on getting rid of your Hornets for better options. Which, you know, Hornets were useful later on. Once you've got like 8 stones, you could have claimed the stars, then you could play the Hornet straight away to then get its fast ability, damaging directly face and doing the whole combo off, right? Great in that scenario. But quite often it ended up being a dead card in your hand until you had enough stones to play to reclaim the stars and have already played it to do the whole combo off with Aerial Dominion. But with these cards, well, this is a card you can actually play. There isn't many Spirit Stones abilities apart from like you had like so you've got Eldritch Storm, you've got Shining Spears, because you kind of need as many flank units as you can. It's only 1 Spirit Stone, so you get away with it. But that's just a unit which can synergize in theory. Eldritch Storm, and then you have Reclaim the Stars itself. And I think because of that new card, I've made a different deck where I've tried to include more vehicles to make it more consistent. And I think it works quite well. What we've done is we removed the Wailing Doom for Hemlock Gravefighter. And we removed the, what we've got, the Hornets for the 2 striking Bright Lance Vipers, because they're just decent solid units. And I think we've got that critical mass of flying vehicle units to make this really actually work far more consistently now. You kind of, as I say, we've had to remove Wailing Doom. We've had to, hold on, let me do something about my phone. But yeah, we've had to remove Wailing Doom. We've had other cards where we've just had to get rid of some things like Dance of Death. These are all very solid cards, but we can't have too many stratagems on our deck, and we need a lot of stone generation because of what we're doing, so we need things like craft worlds and stuff like that. Overall, the deck does work, and it does work pretty well. It's not a perfect deck, it's somewhat, it can be a bit inconsistent, but I think it's pretty good actually. With everything considered. So, we've got War Shape Up. I think I really quite like the sound actually. Solar Eclipse. Yeah, we want to do our combos, so I say Solar Eclipse. Blazing Ra.
Hour of blood and clashing blades.
Okay, when I get rid of an Eldritch Storm then.
Begins today.
And he is the beatdown, well, no doubt, up into an Eldritch Storm, everyone. Oh, is this a bot? Yeah. I hope it's not a bot. This might be a bot. If it's not a bot, well, I do apologize.
I bring swift demise.
I think, yeah, second Eldritch Storm can go away. Let's get some actual options. That's too good of a play for it to be a bot. I don't think this is a bot anymore. Like, that is far too good timing. Nah, I think this is an actual player. He just happens to be at 2,500. Oh, gosh, I really want to just play you.
Time is our enemy.
We could Eldritch Storm here. No, I don't think we do. And we just play you.
Surround them! Strangle them like the serpent!
I'm gonna have to just take the 3 damage. Oh yeah, Eldritch Storm. Claim the stars. That's what we need. Oh, he gave extra life. Yes, of course. If he has a bot, he would have dropped the drone turn 1. You're right. This is not a bot. Nah, this he played it well as well, so
Strike.
no, I don't think we're gonna be playing Crimson Hunter next turn. Because we kinda want to. There's Aerial Dominion. We kinda wanna use like Shroud Run or something. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
A hunter's senses must be as sharp as the butcher's knife.
Surround them! Strangle them like the serpent!
Yeah. Fire Prism. This looks pretty promising. Because now we're very likely to have a whole bunch of vehicles in our deck. We have 16 vehicles. Did I count that right? Yeah, because we have 18 troops, 16 vehicles, 12 stratagems. We used a couple of vehicles, but we have a whole bunch of stratagems on our hand. So I think this is a pretty good result for us. Grizzly Feast, yep. Well, we just have the second Reclaim the Stars. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm thinking here we could play both, but I'd rather. How many cards have we got? Yeah, so we got that. I think I'd rather save it. So we're definitely going to use you. No, I think we punch here. Shoot range attack here. We save as many vehicles on our hand. And then we spend Seer Stones. Thinking that. Just in case. Now that's a problem because it's got armor. But then we do have you, so you can get around that. Nah, I think we go for it now.
We are the Spear of Cain!
Yeah.
I
You
am
do
the
this.
bloodied blade of Cain.
You can kill that guy there. I think we now have to do that. And we go for it. And we go for this. And actually at 4 stones. Is that right? Flippin' heck. I mean, I won't lie, this is when things go really quite well.
kin has learned to avoid futile
Yeah.
endeavors.
That's fair. How close we're to 3k? Oh, we're bloody close. But I think this deck is pretty solid, to be honest. It's got me to this point. Just with a bit of trial and error. But you guys won't have to... Well, you can just get the deck, display it as it is. I've done lots of testing on this. Changing odd things here and out there and there. Now another Anvikel talk. Don't think we need you yet. I don't think we'll be really needing that. This is one of the things that is mandatory, is you do get the aspect shrine. There we go. Because you need those spirit stones.
The hour of blood and clashing
Aspect shrine.
blades has come. I am tested time and time again, and yet I prevail.
Hold still.
Okay, so you went for the extra energy. There's nothing really for you to remove, so... You know, I kind of do want to save this. The reason why I would want to save it is because then... Yeah, I'll be down on 5 cards, and ideally, you have 4 cards to turn before you reclaim the stars. Because then you can just reclaim the stars straight away.
Enemy.
But I don't want to play this, so I think we'll just do that. I'll get rid of Fire Prisons, because we can't be playing it at all. Even though we got 2 Bright Lights Vipers, and apparently we really need a Fire Prison. Apparently we need it.
Hold still.
Yeah, more stealth units. More aggro? More aggro. Here, I think we're just gonna play you first.
Right now, the knife pledge shall be honored.
Strike like the spear of Cain.
You used the Shining Spear there. No, I think we save you two, because then we get you both down. What we'll do is we'll do this.
Right now, the knife pledge shall be honored.
Man, we really need a Fire Prison. We, like, just need one.
You tread an accursed path.
That's a problem. Oh dear. That is a problem. We can play you.
I bring
Play you.
swift demise.
Yeah, we'll get rid of Crimson Hunter. Oh, we don't have enough stones. The problem is that we're not be on so-and-so cards anyway. We're gonna have 5 stones. Yeah, we're gonna have 5 stones. But you're also gonna be useless. You are gonna be useless. The only reason why to play it now is to give you +1 range attack. Snipe doesn't even help us here. No, I think we just do this. Leave it as it is.
I am the bloodied blade of Cain.
Oh snap. That ain't good. And secondly, as second Reclaim the Stars, that ain't good either. Now the question is here, do we just play Reclaim the Stars and lose out on a card? Because we will lose out on a card. But it might be worthwhile. We have options
Time
like
is our enemy.
Eldritch Storm followed by Shining Spear. But what happens if Wailing Doom next turn? Well, we're kind of screwed. So I think we do it. Not the end of the world. Could be worse. I think we do this. Okay. Place you... No, I think we do that. Shoot out the stone here, because we'd rather that you didn't, and we'll do that. Because I do not feel like dying today.
Spirits, heed my words and rise.
Ooh, nice, 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 nice. Play you.
One perfect strike.
You can have Shuriken 3. Now we attack you, we're back to 10 life again. So we kind of need to... If we're not do this play, we're not need to do it now, sort of thing. I think that might be just a bit too risky. So we attack it, we can play you down, Shuriken 3, kill it, you can attack there. We have 4 vehicles down, we can do 12 damage to face. That ain't quite enough. No, it's not. Problem is Eldritch Storm. So I still think we go for it. But we do you, then we just play you straight away. And he might end up dying, but we just get the damage in. And I should have got rid of Reclaim the Stars, or how many guys are there? Well, I do suspect we've got him here. But I could be wrong. We need to first off get rid of you. Now Eldritch Storm. We do. And we're at 3k, yeah. Do we have all of our stone? No, we don't. We need to get those. Yes. Mine is Calgar. Actually, hold on. Mine is Calgar. Excuse me. Yeah, he doesn't have innately a 1 energy drop. So it probably is better overall.
The hour of blood and clashing blades has come.
Have you lost your taste for battle?
Howling Banshee? Oh no, we don't want to get rid of that. Ah, no, I think we get rid of evasive maneuver. Becomes more useful later on with the camouflage.
Aim true and strike them down!
That's a problematic unit. You need to go.
I bring swift demise.
Probably Fireheart.
One strike is all I need.
Strike like the spear of Cain.
It's quite nice. We got our Howling Banshees.
For courage and honor!
No, I think we'll keep so and so, yeah. And the only way to kill this guy is doing this. Ooh, that's annoying. I'm thinking Bright Lance Viper. Claim the stars, that's exactly what we need.
There's no hiding from Ultramar's wrath.
Right, we're down to 5 cards. Okay. Stun you. Want to get rid of you. I think we'll just generate 2 stones. See what he can do.
The Emperor's work must be safeguarded.
They'll be dead before they see me coming.
Okay, let's reclaim the stars. This is all pretty high cost stuff. We go like that. Bouncy mask, 'cause we don't really want healing to keep on going.
One perfect
I think I will do this as well. But I think we're pretty alright here. We'll just have to do a later combo play. And try and like just outstat him if we can.
Knowledge is my blade. Wisdom my bullet.
Evasive maneuvers. No, I don't think that's the best thing. We'll play you, shoot you here.
Spear of Cain!
Now we can go to evasive maneuvers. Craft royal conversions. Okay, so I think we do shoot you here.
Surround them! Strangle them
Like
like
I'm
the
thinking.
serpent!
Extra stones? We don't particularly need it. I'm like, we could go another, but I kind of want to save that, so I'm thinking I'm just going charge roll. Yes. Now, hopefully we get a free energy drop, because if we do, we get this guy a free energy drop. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 4 energy drop. So we can't go, because that's 3 energy, that's 4 energy, that's so and so energy. So I think we go Eldritch Storm. Let's go this. Probably evasive maneuvers. Second reclaim the stars. Okay. No, I want to go Eldritch Storm. And I think we'll play the so and so.
Right now, the knife pledge shall be honored.
Yeah, this should be alright. Should we get all 3 of these guys? Aerial Dominion. See what he can play. Dreadnought.
Even in death, I still serve.
Now, which one should I do? No, we should definitely go for you. Yeah. So I'm going for this.
One perfect strike.
We are the raging winds.
Yeah. Thinking about stopping playing Amphia Keltok after this. What you guys would like to see What are you all thinking? What should I play next? Promo Warpforge 25.5.
Ready your jump packs? We strike now.
They'll be dead before they see me coming.
Orcs. You want to see orcs? Okay. Sorry, back to when you say pro mode Warpforge 2035, what do you mean? I'm a bit stupid I am. You want to see orcs, Delma? Okay. We can do orcs. Now we can actually shuriken one here. Then you will both stay alive. Kinda want to get damage in on the face though, that's the thing. In which case we melee you here. There is one idea I've got for them, but the problem is that I've got hold on, let me do this. I don't think I have the cards, but I only have one idea. No, I think we go for this. We go like this and we heal up. Hope for the best. Yeah, I only have one idea for them. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I like the card stable to do it, but we'll see, we'll see. Sort of a, it's going back to the Gaz control sort of idea. Because there was one thing which didn't really get tested in the Gaz control. Because just other orc things were just straight up better.
Strike at their weakness to prevail.
This is a close game, by the way.
Aim true and strike them down.
Oh, I think we're going for Eldritch Storm here. No, we don't have to yet. We don't have to totally go for Eldritch Storm here. Let's do it then. Oh, Eldritch Storm into so-and-so, absolutely.
May our sacrifice
Yep,
be
GG.
worthy of the Emperor.
Let's get... yeah. I came up with only a ton of bomb squigs with Morg. Yeah, I mean, like... So that is the traditional orc stuff. Let's go to orcs. What cards of orcs do I have? So I'm missing Mozrog. I've used all my cards. Got Snakebite, Cloud Smoke. No. The old ways. That's an annoying card to not miss out. The Hunters... Oh, that's a bit... Darn. That was one of the cards I was trying to think of. Missing Power of the War. Missing Beast. No, that's not the biggest deal. Dynamax, not really. Runt Herders, that's a big deal. Draw a Beast, let's cost all Beast. Yeah, that is actually a pretty big deal. Burner Boy. Shockrock Snack, blah blah blah. Killer Can. Pain Boy, Killsaw. Nah. Burr Boy. Nah, it's the go wide, it's all gone. Oh, I don't have the Hunter rig. Oh my god, my orc collection's terrible. Right, I do apologise, Stelma. As I say, my orc collection's terrible. In terms of orc decks, I honestly think, looking at it all now, in context, with all the nerfs, they're actually still alright. Yeah, it's because I've never really bothered focusing on orcs. To be frankly honest, it's you know, my big collections. We look at my big collections: Ultramarines, Eldar. Hold on, Ultramarines, Eldar, Black Legion. I like playing Sisters quite a bit. I like playing Imperial Guard. I like playing the Dark Angels, and I like playing Tal. And I've got full collection of Tal. It's just because I've never really bothered to do these. It's never been my focus. So if I did, I think I probably would have full collection, but I don't. So it's never really. But yeah, orcs. I don't have the cards to play orcs. Oh dear. Anyway, my one idea of orcs, which I find like somewhat interesting, right, is it would be Gaz control. The reason why Gaz is because Gaz has the most HP, with its 40 HP hit. And basically you would still go, so you would go for things like Scorched Assault, stuff like that, no mucking about, 2 copies for definite. You would go for, where's the heal card? Oh, please say I've got the heal card at least. Where's the bloody heal card? It's 4 energy heal card. There we go. There I got 2 copies of that at least. Heal, give concussive. Right, you go all the classic stuff. You'd still go for the armor. Sorry. You'd still go for the armor. You would still go for the double wood of Gork. You'd still go for all that. The advantage is that now we've got Gargantuan Squigoth, and you go for the Pain Boy as well. This is a guy I picked up. Basically, you'd have 2 copies of Gargantuan Squigoth. You have the Pain Boy. You would go for things like probably Thundering Stampede, maybe even the Hunter's On, because you're able to use that to kill a troop, and your next beast gains flank. And a Gargantuan Squigoth with flank could be quite good. And then Thundering Stampede specifically get the Gargantuan Squigoth. And basically you would have no other squigs in your deck. You wouldn't run what they did with the Bane Boss or whatever. You would play your third big thing. And then hopefully they're out of hard removals at that point. And you know, you would go hard shell, Gurk and whatnot and all that stuff. So that is the idea of my deck. At least. Don't know how good it would be. I reckon it would be at least half decent. But certainly it's entirely possible that something like Mozrog aggro is just better. You just go bomb squigs, Makari, do the whole thing, put more bomb squigs in. And then you go proper killy towards the later game. Just to kill the opponent. And you're just like, I don't know, crump you. But yeah, I don't think Stelmurf is alright. I won't play orcs. What would you guys... oh dear, that's really changed. Hold on. What would you guys like to see instead? What are you thinking? What are you all thinking? Chaos? Oh, 100%. 100%. Should we play Harken Well Claimer? Already got a Harken Well Claimer going. Wait, am I Chaos? No, I just moved from... Don't know what. Chaos deserves to be higher on my list of cool things. Put you here, and I like playing Tal quite a bit recently. We can... Maybe Belial? Nah, is there a way you can do a vote? We can do Belial. I haven't done Belial for ages, man. Problem is, he just doesn't quite work. That's what I find so annoying about him. It's like this, he's just missing that little something to make him work for me. So like, Belial, we can go... Something like that. Probably you. We're looking at. Not secret agenda. Stubborn Defiance. There we go. We need one of those. Reaver, we of course include the classics. Maybe Ravenwing Speeder. But Deathwing Assault, no doubt. How many? We got right, yeah, cool. Inner Circle because he's stealth and that means he can go face. Now we could go Captain and that whole Deathwing route. Definitely need you. Your flank removal, so you're good. Removal. I don't know. That's the thing, I don't know. From this point on, what do you include in Belial? Thinking double ancient reliquary because he's got good card draw. But we kind of need a bit of troops really at this point. That is what I hate about him. He's the master of Deathwing, but he can't play Terminators with him. Yeah, that's the problem. Like you get the draw your next troop in your deck. The idea is that, okay, I have to play Inner Circle, right? This is the best case scenario. Inner Circle, like say 60. I end up getting this guy. I then have to spend 2 energy. Well, no, not even that guy. That guy wouldn't work. I'd have to choose this guy. I have to spend 2 energy on hero power. There has to be a 4 health or less unit to able to kill, so I get my Slay ability off. So I spent 3, but the thing costs 1 less, so then I can play this guy. Absolutely hate it. Just doesn't work. I mean, like, Master Lazarus can be actually quite decent. You get Slay, trigger the thingy. You can always use Slay on Belial himself. So I think we will include him. Question is, right, let's get land speeders. I'm thinking land speeders. Why do I play for 6 energy? Company Master? Chaplains. I guess we could go Chaplains, right? Could go Chaplains and then we would have to go for something like Deathwing Terminators. Well, at this point, like, how many vehicles do we have? There. No, let's do... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 7. Problem is going with Ravenwing. Or you could try build a deck with Tech Marine vehicle, yeah. That's the only thing, hold on. That's the only thing I think we can really go for. Belial. So we want to go for this. Yeah, because it has 2 synergies. We want to go for you. Some Defiance. That's a whole bunch of so-and-so. Okay, that's decided. I'm thinking... Ancient Reliquary. I am thinking that because we'll have a whole bunch of stealth units. Include you, included you. Include you. Include you as well because you're just too good of a card. Inner Circle Champion. Both these guys and that. These guys. You're good. Because you can activate a Slay of this as well. So you can give +1 to the board, potentially. Oh yes, Tech Marine. Oh, and then we need a hard removal. This is something like this. Yeah, something like this. You got removal there. Your stealth unit. Just wondering if we include probably like one land speeder. Maybe one less tech marine, one land speeder. Maybe. Because we don't have much. The problem is land speeders are really quite good in trading up. They do have the conditional requirement, but we got, we got you guys. You guys are right. We got Belial on south. No, I think this should be right. We'll give Belial a go then, shall we? Let's give. Oh, hold on. Edit cosmetics. Dark Angels, thank you very much. We can't have heresy here. Play a bit of Belial. As you do. I think we get rid of Grin Resolve. Down on Master's quite nice.
For the Lion! For the Emperor!
At once, Dark Angels, redden your blades.
We just need to beat him down as quick as we can. It isn't particularly, but I think we just do it anyway.
Is over. Now the blade falls.
He just generated a thingy, didn't he? Yep. That's fine. Oh, he didn't use hero power. That's quite nice. Well, no, I mean... He had to attack with his warlord. What am I talking about?
For the Lion and the Emperor!
That's quite nice. Let's go and do this. See what we get. Right, we can attack with you afterwards. So the tech marine principle here is quite good. That's pretty good. We're trading up here. If we go... Thinking you... we play you?
Escape the wrath of Caliban!
Do we just use hero power here? Nah, let's use you.
The hunt begins! No one escapes the Raven Wing!
Don't particularly like the prospect of using you yet, but... yeah, let's do it. Let's give him extra life. Let's go face. Okay, so he's gone to use this hero power. It's hero power. I keep on calling it. No, it's talent, but also just uses agenda. So, right, Black Knight. That makes sense.
For the lion.
Okay, we're alright. Yeah, let's just punch you here. Now we got a secret. That's pretty cool. I think we deploy you here.
None shall escape the wrath of
We
Caliban.
do this. What do we choose? Heal 3 or deploy another Sergeant Taman? Ah, one of us if he has a Raven Talent Master. That would be annoying. I think we heal 3.
We are the hunters.
I made the right choice.
Angels.
Glad I didn't do the other one. Now, I think it would be nice if we got a Black Knight here to be able to take this out instead of using the Raven Wing, but we'll see. Never mind. Ancient Reliquary. No, we don't have enough energy.
We are the hunters. We are the dark angels.
And unfortunately, we don't have its 6 life, so... No, I'll do this.
I alone judge the weak from the strong, the truth from falsehood.
Do you punched guy or do you use you punched guy? Okay. No, we save you for later. I think... No, we go for Samael here.
If it is death you crave, I shall gift it to you.
That is a good point. I don't think I've added that 6 energy drop into my deck. It's worth a consideration because he does generate, because this deck actually generates quite a few quest points, surprisingly enough. And he does do it also. We are missing a 6 energy drop, so we might want him.
The banner of Caliban shall never falter.
Okay. No, I think we save you. Certainly doing this. Thing is, we're not in a position to get lethal next turn. Kinda just have to hope he doesn't have a 9 energy drop. Hope and pray, I say. But I think we need to do this because we need to get as much damage in at this point. We're kind of hoping for a good top deck. Master Lazarus,
I will
okay,
stand
good.
sentinel for the chapter's honor.
It's not a Vanguard piece. Extra life, that's fine.
Come forth and
Death
be
from
slaughtered.
Terminators. Oh, we don't have... Oh my god, we do... Hold on, we're missing some fundamental cards. Probably gonna get rid of a Tech Marine or two here. Let's deploy Sergeant Taman. No!
The banner of Caliban shall never falter.
Oh well, and we use this. Right, yeah, we need to look at this deck again. Thinking maybe getting rid of some of the 2-drops. Maybe the Tech Marine.
I do not take your life lightly, but in service to my duty.
Do you really have that good of...
Duty alone will wash away our shame.
Oh boy, really? Oh, GG. Fair enough. GG. Right. Yeah, there's a couple... Hold on. I was thinking there's a couple of cards I want to include. And that is... One of them is... Ezekiel. And another one is... Why I didn't think of it earlier. Deadly Hunters. I just don't know why I didn't think of it earlier. So I am thinking no more Tech Marine. Sinister, Master Lazarus, Tech Marine, or Raving Zeal, yes. And I'm thinking a 2-drop. Grim Resolve, Raving Bike, Silent Taman, Startup and Defiance. Nah, we keep... Because we're going Ancient Reliquary, we keep Taman and stuff like that. There's no doubt. This is not worthwhile. It's gonna have to be one of them. Stubborn Fights I think we keep. Do we get rid of... I think we get rid of Grim Resolve. And basically what we're gonna do is put in Deadly Hunters and then... Where's our boy? Ezekiel. And I think that fixes the curve a little bit more as well. So yes. Let's give it another go. Let's see if we... Let's hope we can win this time. Hi, Yuri. Kinda does what we do, but I think slightly better. Yes, Audible Bombardment would be interesting, but I'm thinking not. If we had armor during our turn, the opponent's turn, I would go Audible Bombardment here, but we don't. Right, well, we've chosen it. Thunderstorm. Hopefully we can mess up him getting,
For the lion, for the emperor.
stuff.
Swords of Kalth, with me.
No, you can just kill it straight away. So we just need to, like, trade. One good thing about Belial is that his hero power is very strong, so... No, he would have to commit. So I'm thinking this.
Caliban's rage echoes through me.
The best thing he can have right now is Reaver. Yeah, I didn't think about Reaver in all fairness.
One strike is all I need.
Oh, that's quite nice. The fact that you had to use that. Yeah, I think that was worthwhile.
Only death follows in our wake.
And I'm thinking roughly live.
None shall stand in our way.
Is it too good here not to? Deathwing Assault. We can play you, we can give them all +2, +2, +2. You would be 5. You can just take out that guy. Might be too good not to.
No time to waste.
Or we go this, we shoot him, and then we just play you. No, not you, Unwavering Zeal. I think we do this.
The hunt begins! No one escapes the Raven Wing!
I have placed it wrong. I should have placed him over here. The reason why is, what's it called? What's it called? It's called,
Ready your jump packs?
I wasn't thinking that, but it was called something different. We might want to consider card draw here. That's the only thing. I think we just use hero power from now on, actually. We just go everything to face. But yeah, I should have placed it differently because of Devastator Doctrine. There we go. Because we had it, could have had a point blank shot, and then problems could have arose. Like that. Turns out the extra energy is going against me here.
I alone judge the weak from the strong, the truth from falsehood.
Yeah, he has quite a useful talent here, actually. Direct face, potentially. If we're lucky. Yep. Ah, Humanity Shield, yep.
Shot by shot, we will purge the galaxy.
Okay, yeah, that's a problem. No, I think we do this. Because we need a card draw and we don't really want to take the damage. We play you. We wait for the animation to finish. Then we play you on the other side.
The banner of Caliban shall never falter.
Let's see what we got. Storm Raven, yep. Yeah, I think we should have just gone for absolutely nothing in terms of this. Oh, maybe no, because his card draws. He benefits from the card draw as much as I do. Ouch. Grim Resolve. Does it even do anything here? I get to 6 attack, which is 5 damage. How much damage am I taking? I'm taking 4. So you can get me next turn. If I attack him, melee attack him. Yeah, I can get him down to 6 attack. Make him take 5. I'll be on 6 life. He'll be on 3 life. I can Grim Resolve and leaving him on 2. I mean, it's the closest thing I can do.
We are the hunters. We are the dark angels.
Oh, I did in the wrong order as well. Flippin' heck. He would have taken 1 extra. I still lose anyway. Because he would have been left on 2 life. And with 2 life, he would have just attacked me. And that would leave me on so-and-so.
Finally, a foe that might test me.
GG. Yep. No surprise there. It looked promising at one moment. But not so much. Not so much later on. The only question becomes, what else can we do in particular? Not really. It's not really much we can do. Yeah, we can March of Vengeance, everybody. That's the card we're missing. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, gosh. You know, like, it's like Assault Doctrine when you think about it. It just doesn't have the healing and doesn't have the actual attack characteristic and, the quest points, actually they kind of do something in this deck, but not really. Yeah, Bilal is kind of bad XD. Yeah, he is. Uriel is quite good right now. It was closer than I would have expected. Like, I think reasonably than it should have been almost. The problem is that, yeah, you just want to go like things like Deathwing Knight in particular. Because the aggro damage, because of the instantaneous attack, but then also you don't, because it's teleport and it's anti-synergy with your wall of power. Gish and Deathwing Champion. Like, these 2 cards, they're the ideal things you want to be going with Bilal. Sorry about the background music. If it is. But I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a child crying outside as well. I feel sorry for him or her. Anyway, these are the ideal things you want to be running with Belial. I can only imagine, because they've got the extra attack and fast, and it seems to be all great. But then it just anti-synergy. It absolutely sucks. Gosh, does the anti-synergy suck? I think they could go back and they could actually somewhat redesign these things. Maybe a redesign on Belial on what he does. Try to make him more synergistic with the Deathwing units. Don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really else here, is there? It's like... No, there's not. Unless we went all out, right? So instead of Ancient Reliquary, we went Inner Circle. Instead of, like Ravering Speeders, we went Chaplains. Instead of so-and-so and so-and-so. Well, no, we'd still want this guy, that's the thing. But instead of Tech Marine, we would suddenly go for Captain. So we'll just go like all out, and then we do the Deathwing Knight and the Deathwing Champion. That is the only way I can see it. But apart from that, I'm not really seeing it, to be honest. No, I'm not. Oh, this isn't a good card as well, is it? got to be a better card than that. Gain 1. Heal 2. No. I mean, it's such a low card deck, we could actually go Desperate Mission. We could. I can see it. Because I don't rate this card. I don't. Oh my god, that's just a wave of purple. Look at that. Raving Speed is the only common inside. Yeah, I'm thinking 1 Desperate Mission. And maybe we get rid of Tech Marine for like a 2-drop. Oh wait, I don't have Black Knights? Oh, no wonder why I was doing so badly. Oh gosh, darn. Rivering Champions. Yeah. No, they can go. Get some Black Knights. Flippin' heck. Oh gosh. I didn't see that. I thought I included them already. Well, that explains a lot. Yeah, that explains a lot. Right. Let's go for this. I'm thinking get rid of you, and that seems pretty decent. I'm thinking Aerial Clash, because he has an 8 card draw. And I sort of do. Not as much as him. I think I could use it more than him, maybe.
For the Lion! For the Emperor! Warriors of Ultramar! Courage and honor!
Let's get them done.
The hunt begins! No one is
Make him have to deal with it.
Ravenwing!
They'll be dead before they see me coming.
I think that's pretty good for me. So now we can just... get that off, and then we get you.
Only dead follows in our wake. They'll be dead before they see me coming.
Pretty nice. Get you down.
The chapter's engines
We've got
will
some
not
flank
falter
units
under my
afterwards.
watch.
We either play him or we play him, and then we can use like hero power or whatever, right? Right, that's definitely above. The fact they had to use that is useful. I think I go for this. Get a teleport down. Oh, we could have got a secret, potentially, I don't know. Yeah, with the, actually, that's worth considering. A reason why is because we've got Aerial Clash going on. So that will be quite a bit of card draw secrets, potentially. Let's go for more. I think he's going late game Calgar. Yeah, we just need to get the hammer down. He does have 9 cards. You would imagine you'd start playing cards by this point. Calcius. Okay. Interesting. Oh, let me do range attack on you. Yeah. Can melee attack with you. Alright. Now that fixes that does fix things. So we can do this. Do that. Punch here. Heal up. You're on 6 life. And maybe I should have just gone face there with him at that point. There's an argument for that. So then he would have been 6 life and then we were looking at lethal range. Gosh, I think that was actually the better play now. You could probably get him back into this if he... Yeah, imagine he was on 6 life. You get a Calcius as well. Okay, we're gonna need to do this so we don't die. Okay, Black Knights. Thing is that flank unit can get you here instead then, which is not gonna be the best. But I'd still like to get the quest point, because a secret here could be really good. It might be a game saver. Don't want to play you yet, but we might have to. Nah, he does 3 damage. There'll be 2. 3 of 2 is 5. 5 damage, leaving on 6. No, I think we do it now. And then we do play you, and we get that.
No one escapes the
Just chuck everything. Okay, not the best secret, all the well. Does he have a second? Gosh darn. Yeah, I'd go face as well at this point. Flippin' heck. I think I'm dead.
Only death follows in our wake.
Oh, do you have flank? Okay, you can shoot there. Like, why not? Nah. I don't even want to attack here. No, I don't, because all he needs is a Storm Raven, a point blank shot. Oh, gosh darn. Double assault. Humanity shield as well. Assault Doctrine's a bit much, isn't it? By the way, I've said this before. Assault Doctrine does need to be -5. Not -5. Makes him 5 attack, so only +3 attack. Where is it? It's only +3 instead of +4. That's the change it needs, because it's doing too much as it is. So what did he even do that game? He just went... I mean, he just went, literally just went Assault Doctrine. Like, card draw into Assault Doctrine, and then won the game. Not quite. Yeah, the Reaver, second Reaver. They're from above. Card draw. Calcius. If I went face there, I don't know. I guess I should have gone face there.
No one escapes
He would have.
the Raven
He's left on the 6th. I would have got him. He was on 6 life. It would have been enough.
Only to be the hunters. We are the
Yeah, there's times where he just took turns off, didn't even do anything with his cards. Gosh darn. Ah, that's how you know you have a broken card. It's when you're able to take turns off and be an aggro deck, and still get away with it. Anyway, yeah, Belial's bad, so I'm not too surprised by that. Let's play Chaos, like you asked, Delma. Well, let's play Harkenbar Climber. Nope. Change deck. Harken. Haven't played Harken in a while. In a while? Yeah. Oh no, we don't want bots. No one wants bots. No, bots are boring. Come on, anytime now. Anytime now. What's going on? Why were you finding a game? People aren't having dinner, are they? It is 5:45 here, so people might be starting to think about it. Here we go. Lucius. Ah, flipping out. Disgusting. Actually quite like my hand here. Yes. Hellfire Pit? Nah, I think we go Hellfire Pit. Hellfire Outburst, blah blah. So and so.
Coming of damnation. If it is death you crave, who am I to deny it?
So he's definitely an attack with him afterwards. We got you, which is nice. Don't think we do anything yet. I think we just get him. We want to equalize the health pulse. Nah, that's actually pointless. Yep, the perfect guy. Thinking Malicious Volleys is the perfect card here. Yep. And now he's stunned. Now we can just do a melee attack. It's a very crucial true life.
Every cartiverse, every wound a course.
Done. That is like the perfect thing. You don't kill that guy anymore. But I still think we play you. So you do kill this guy. See what we get. Oh yes. Right, yeah. I was like, what do you mean so and so? Oh yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, they really are. Like, particularly that free drop. The other ones are not as bad, but that one is particularly jarring. Ah, darn, you got shield. Yeah, that shield working wonders there for him. And he gets the +1 life as well. Don't like you. No, I'm gonna have to use spawn them here. You go here. You here. Then he has to deal with that guy. And we get the effect. Cool. I think we definitely need to get Warp Talon down somehow. Somehow at some point. Yes. What can we do? We can get so-and-so, so-and-so. You can get attack here. Like a melee attack there. Your free attack. It's not enough. Don't like it. It's not enough.
We cannot wait any longer.
Problem is he's getting the perfect armor and stuff like that. Does he have so-and-so? No, he's just got 2 armor pieces and healer. Oh gosh darn. Yeah, you're not done me enough with so-and-so. I don't think he has many more pieces to actually buff this guy with. The problem is just that he's got a guy he can punch in the face with, which is still going to be annoying within itself. I think we do play you.
I strike from the warp.
And I think we need to take a risk. Hope we don't die. Oh dear. That ain't good. Nope, we're dead.
Your screams will make a fine melody.
GG. I guess we should have gone Demonic Pact. Gosh darn. Not the best of matchups, to be fair. I don't think it's absolutely terrible. That's the thing. I think it's just... Well, I think he got a little bit lucky there, in all fairness. He got the armor pieces, he got the healing. Kind of hoping that he didn't have exactly that, but he did. Oh well. Let's play one more game, and I think we'll stop after this, if we can find an opponent. Come on now. Just one more game. Come on. Any day now. Come on. I might be mildly entertaining, but I can't do it for that long. Oh dear. Yeah, as we're waiting, the flippin' heck, why is this taking so long? There we go. Right. I think we keep Drachny in here, we'll get rid of that. No, I want to keep you because you're useful. Trader says it's useful as well. Stealth units, let's go. Majuric.
Prepare for the coming of damnation.
The hour of blood and clashing blades has come.
He's sadistic, but he's playing the Eldar. Okay. Nothing here. No, we just go face. Nothing else? Oh, is he playing my Eldar deck? I wonder. And these.
Swift demise.
He might be playing my version. He's played a Wind Rider. He's not using it as a flank piece. I don't know, man. It would make a lot of sense. Let me do this. So regardless of what I don't really want to play Chaos Spawn. No, I think there's better things to use this on. We're probably gonna need it next turn if he plays something, so.
The skeins of fate tell of nothing but death.
Yep. Don't have turn to drop, that's fine. We'll play Chosen.
Follow me to victory.
No, he's not going for my deck. He just had a bit of a slow start. Kind of had I had a slow start. But I think that's worth me overall. Oh dear. It's got his stones already. I think we go Warp Talon now.
I strike from the warp.
And then we go Drachny next turn, and then we're able to start putting the damage on. At least that's the plan. What are you gonna play for 5e? Right, yes, Banshee Mask. He feels so confident he's gonna punch me in the face as well. That's a new level of insult. When Anvia Keltok punches you in the face.
I cannot do that.
So he didn't reclaim the stars then? Huh. Can't. Okay, yeah.
I bring swift demise.
I am the bloodied blade of Cain.
Do we just trade his hate here? We could. Trade his hate hero power? I'm not against it. Let's avoid the damage. And we'll do place you here.
Cruelty is strength.
Okay, let's see what he's got. I think he's got to be going for something like Reclaim the Stars. Hemlock Wraith Fighter.
It will be swift.
No, it should be pretty reliable. Yep. Right, he has to reclaim the stars at this point, otherwise I don't see a way out for him. Like, I really don't. I guess you can do that, and I guess you can have the 400 drop of Ace Maneuver, yep. Okay, that might do it, actually. So I'll do 4 damage.
I could not be broken before, and I will not be broken now.
You will be crushed by the coming storm. Surrender to Galaron, and your death will be quick.
Spirits, heed my words and rise.
He doesn't want to attack. Ah. Well, that's GG. Point out to him they didn't want to attack here.
Glory of the dark gods!
Anyway, all that was a good game of Harken Claimer. He's a very polarizing the right word? I don't think it is. There's some matchups where he's absolutely amazing, and there's others where he's absolutely terrible. One of the matchups where he's terrible is Imetek. Another matchup where he's amazing is like Medjol Galen. But yeah, I'll be seeing you all some point in the future. I don't know. Maybe next week. Next Saturday, probably. See you all. Bye.